Hello everyone, my name is Bryce and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about C++. So to start, I'll start off by telling you a little bit about the series. We're going to be covering everything to do with C++, from variables, classes, functions, pretty much everything you can imagine. But this will take us a few weeks. My uploading schedule will be one video every week, and I will cover as much as I can. So to start off, we are going to need an IDE, which is an individual developer environment, because, let's face it, using Notepad++ to program C++ is kind of annoying. So, because you have to create a makefile and all that stuff. So, another side note, as you're watching this tutorial, I do not expect this to be your first programming language that you've ever learned. Maybe you came from a Java background, trying to learn a little bit more about back-end development, or wherever your background is, C++ should not be your first programming language. And this link will actually be in the description, so you don't have to copy it down, just look in the description for it. And what we want is Visual Studio Community 2017. So click that, and then it should download. Show this in folder. I already have a copy, so I'll delete that. And then we can click run. We do want it to make changes to our computer, because it will be installing something. And then once it's open, we'll click continue. We'll just give it one moment. Yeah, ever since Visual Studio 2017 came out, there's been a much better installer, so our experience will be much cleaner and smoother, which is what we want. So let's give Microsoft some props for that. Alright, so for you, it's going to look like this. If you bought the enterprise version, then I guess you can use that, or even the professional version. But for you, you're going to click install. For me, all I have to do is click modify. I'm just going to show you what to install so that we're all on the same page. You're going to want universal. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather here, but it's alright. Universal Windows Platform Development, Desktop Development C++, ASP.NET. If you want web development, you can just choose all this stuff. You don't really need that. And then gaming, you can choose to download Unity. And then mobile, and then you're going to want Linux development as well. The only thing that you really need, the thing that you want to make sure that you have, is Windows 10 SDK, or whatever operating system you're on. If you're on Windows 8, then you can do that. Windows 10, that. And you'll just, over here, there'll be an install button, you'll just click that, and then it'll install. So now that I got that covered, after your program is installed, I want you to launch it, and then you're going to be introduced to this screen. And it'll be super fast to load, unlike the old version. You're going to want to click File, New, and you have all sorts of things over here. You can do a website. Oops, I didn't actually mean to click that. Let's give it 1 second. Yeah, so they'll give you a whole bunch of templates. You could just do New Project, and this is where your projects are going to be stored. You can call this whatever you want. Make sure you choose empty project. I didn't actually mean to create that. But I did create it, so it's alright. And then this is actually the screen you'll be introduced to. Solution Explorer on the right. Local Windows debugger there. Output box. You can arrange these windows however you want by clicking and dragging, and then if you want to put it back, just simply drag it over this, and then it'll be locked into place. If you want to actually start programming here, you're going to go to this, add, new item, and this is where we're going to be doing our programming. Don't worry about what a .h file is, I will get into that at a later date. You can call this whatever you want. I'll just call it tut1.cpp. It has to be .cpp because that's where all the implementation implementations go in C++. So then you click add, and then it'll do its magic, and here you go. So just to make sure everything's working, I'm just going to write a simple program. Let's see, live.h, that's what we want, and just for kicks, let's include string. Alright, and then int main is actually the main function where C++ starts, and I'll get way into this later on, what all this is, but I'm just including the library iostream std_lib and then string. So because it returns an integer, I'm going to want to return 0 because that's the error code. Assuming everything runs properly and it gets to this point, it'll return 0. And also, we want to pause at the end. System pause will actually just, if you do system, that's included in std_lib, it'll basically access the terminal as if you were using it, as if you were typing commands. Like I could just go and say system echo, and then Bryce is the best, or actually I can just do hello world. So this is another way to make a hello world program in C++ using the C libraries. If we run this, it should say hello world. If I didn't, that would be embarrassing. Alright, it does. So that's one way to say hello world, just echo it onto the console. But the main way, and you'll notice how system pause said, press any key to continue, and that's what's supposed to happen. And the other way, the standard way, is to use an iostream here. And if I will get into this into much greater detail later on. Just bear with me. I'm just testing. stdc out, or I'm demonstrating. And there you go. That is a Hello World program in C++. The proper way. Alright, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned from this tutorial, and I'll see you all next time.